Hey guys, how's it going? Hold on, I'm gonna get something to drink because I'm thirsty. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, right back. All right. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm having a a Stella. I don't mind Stella. It's okay. It's very you know, it's the casual beer, right? Estella, a Stella. Hey Burgona, how you been? Better Mike? No, it's the same. Same old Mike. Hey Blackfire. Hey T Morris. How you been, T Morris? Stella Artois? Yes, Jezzy, that's right. Do you like Stella, Jez? The wife beater here in the UK. Is it? Is it really a trashy beer in the UK? Wife beater? Why is it called a wife beater? Yeah, I feel good. I feel good, Jezzy. Yeah. I'm alright, Pogona, you know. Just trying to get by, you know? Why is it called a wife beater anyway? I don't understand. Fairly selfish reputation, to be honest. Really? Going back to school? You're going back to school, T Morris? Why? What do you mean? Uh, yeah, I get knocked out in this scene. Yeah, but it's actually you're getting tased. You know, tasered or tased. What do you say? It's cheap and it's strong. Is it? I never figured Stella to be strong. What's the percentage? Let me see. 5% is nothing. It's not strong. Mm-mm. All right, we got to do the second part here. Uh. mm, 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 Okay, this is the head. Hey, Quante. Yorick, Summer. In spite of the F95 whiners, oh, people whining? That's okay. Kanye especially so endearing. Yeah, good. I'm glad you like it. There's a reason I'm going back. Couldn't get a job in my field. Oh, that sucks, man. IT cybersecurity. Very nice. Very nice. It definitely doesn't have the rep here in the States. Yeah. Yeah, in America, Stella Artois is more like a fancy beer. To a certain extent. Not that fancy, but it has more. I think it's the name, you know? It's like Stella Artois. It's very like, huh, you know? Like nose up, right? I think it has more of that reputation here. You know? It's definitely not a wife beater beer. A wife beater beer here is like Budweiser, you know? Or something, right? Like, it's like Coors Light, Bud. I don't know. Hey, Frank Star. Hello, Heckatonshire. Pabst is wife beater stuff. Yeah. Anyway, okay, let's get going. I gotta draw. We already drew the first part of this cutscene, which is when she's dragging by the feet, and then we have another sequence where she keeps dragging him into the car. All right, so we need to do that one. Okay. All right. Let's do that. I opened up a playlist for music on YouTube that's like all the 90s rock bands, alternative, grunge, all that shit, right? So that's what's playing. All right. But I think Sam might fix this song request eventually. It's coming. We'll be able to have the song request again eventually, I promise. All right? It's going to take a little while, but it'll be there. Hey, Cypher. That's a case of Americans suffering from alcohol envy. What? Red ale for you? Yeah. Guten Abend, Eisblum. Yeah. Put it on stand by me and Day O Banana Boat. What? Music? Oh, I'm just gonna let this play out, man. I don't want a DJ. All right. Hey, Wraith. Please. Music for streams can wait. Well, but Sam doesn't work on the actual content for the update, so he can fix that. It's not I don't know. I gotta do some kind of like dumpster alley stuff after this. So I might do that on stream just to get it done and over with. You know what I mean? What is this song? I don't remember this. Let's think about that. We're gonna do Rhonda, right? After the tech update, we're gonna do Rhonda, which is gonna be like a big update, right? A big story, all right? Similar to what Eve had, right? So we're gonna do Rhonda. So she's gonna have a whole ton of content, and the lifeguard, and Rhonda's mom, and all that, right? So we gotta do that first before we get to Annie. All the schoolgirls are gonna have big stories. So Alice in Chains is, yeah, it's a good band. Great band. I had their music on a cassette when I was a kid. Back in the day, as a child. I remember I had the cassettes. I had cassettes, like copies of actual, like I didn't like actually buy their cassettes. I would get my friends who had the cassettes and I would like do like a duplicate. You know what I mean? I would like copy it over. So I would have my own ghetto cassette copy of the, music, bands and whatever albums, right? So I had Nirvana, obviously. I had Alice in Chains. I had, what else did I have? Green Day and all those bands when I was growing up. 80s Percy. Yeah. I had all that music I had on my, and I used to play it all on my mom's cassette player. You know what I mean? I didn't even have my own. I just played on my mom's cassette player. At the time I was just living with my mom. It was just us. And she would work. She would go at school during the day. She was still in university. She was at school during the day. And then she would work at nights. So I would have the apartment to myself at night because she'd be working. So I would come home from school and she would like put some food in the fridge, or I would have to make my own food. I was like 6 years old. I would make my own supper, like cereals and whatnot. And then she'd be gone, and then I would just be at home by myself, listening to my cassettes that I would get from my friends. Good old days, man. Good old days. I am old, Jezzy. That's okay. I'm not afraid of aging or my age, It's fine. But Guns N' Roses, I didn't have Guns N' Roses, no, unfortunately. I had more like 90s stuff in my cassettes. It was more like 90s. Some 80s stuff, but I didn't have a cassette. I didn't have a cassette player until it was like much later in life. I stuck around with the cassette player for a long time. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, for those who were alive in the 90s, but cassette players, like early 90s, cassette players were expensive. Like, it wasn't cheap at all. Even buying, CDs. CD players were expensive. And even buying CDs, like buying an album on a CD, was expensive. So I stuck with the cassette for a while. It was cheaper, and it was easier to do copies of a cassette than a CD. Not everybody had a CD burner until much later as well. Like throughout the 90s, it was expensive, right? Did you have a Walkman? Yeah, I had my mom's Walkman. My mom got a Walkman when I was like, I don't know how old I was at that point. Maybe like 10 years old. And she had a Walkman and I would use it. Anyway. And I remember in our shitty apartment, I remember at one point, someone had broken into the apartment while we were gone during the day. Like, I was at school and my mom was at school too. We were both at school. and someone had broken into the apartment and they stole the cassette player. You know, the yeah. So we didn't have cassette players for a while. So I only had the Walkman for a little bit. Ugh, man. Someone had broken into the place. It was like a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment. It was small, and it was on the main on like the ground level our apartment, right? So it was super easy to break into. And I remember sometimes there would be like homeless people that would like sleep in front of our window at our apartment, right? And oh man, it was just I don't know. It was what it was. All right. It was what it was. All I know is that like I'm raising my 3 kids right now, and they have such a good life. Like things are so good, you know. Eat whatever they want. Mom and dad always at home. They can pretty much get whatever they want, food wise or toys or whatever. You know, play any movie they want. They got it good, man. They got it good. But that's what you want for your kids, you know. You want them to have, everything they can get, all the good stuff, right? Are these screen zombies yet? They want to be, but we try to regulate it. You know, there's nothing wrong with watching movies or going on a tablet. I don't think. I think it depends on when and moderation, regulating it, explaining that sometimes you can't always get, you know, all that stuff, right? Summer snow, yeah, correct. American house security is so shitty. My front door is twice as thick as an American man. What? Do a missionary scene with Diane at the barn. All right, Sumiten, I'm on it. I'll do it right now. Just wait there, teenagers. Then suddenly, mom and dad and the siblings always being home will be the worst thing ever. My parents wouldn't co-sign the apartment I was looking at because there were homeless people living in the lot next door. Oh no. Oh really? Yeah, we don't, our kids we don't give them our phones. Like so we have 2 tablets in our house, right? 2 tablets, and all the apps on it is like learning apps, like the alphabet, counting, learning how to build stuff, and it's like drawing apps, So that's the only apps we have on our tablets, right? And then we have YouTube for kids on there too, but it's like locked, and we can only unlock it when we want them to watch something on YouTube for whatever reason, right? So the majority of the time, if they're and we have movies on it, like Disney movies, which I put on the tablets, right? So the majority of the time, if our kids are on the tablet, right, it's to watch movies if we're going on like a long drive in the car, you know. So if we're going on a long drive in the car, we usually put like Disney movies, and the kids just they watch a movie while we're driving somewhere or something, right? So that's the majority of the time we like use those tablets, right? So sometimes at home we do use them, but it's mostly to run the educational apps for them, so counting, alphabet, all that stuff, right? So I think we're pretty good, and we never let them use our phones, never. So yeah. I think we're doing pretty good. Hey, Vole, how you been? Do you fear they'll find your game when they turn 18? No. That's like asking, like, do you fear that your kids eventually are gonna watch porn? Like, everybody has seen porn, you know? It's like, listen, man, I don't, they're gonna be adults by then. Who gives a shit, you know? They want to watch porn, they can watch porn. Like, okay, does that look right-ish? I think it's okay, right? But it's your porn, so. I don't know. Pervert teacher, yeah, of course. Yeah, that's right, Laconic. Correct. Okay, let's finish this. Can we get that done, you think? Let's color this and be done with this cutscene. Listen, Sploosh, I need you to come in voice chat after this and explain to me where the dumpster is going to be and what that background is all about. I feel like I need more explanation. Exactly where it's located, what time of the day, all that shit. I need the details. I need to know where you guys want that to happen and occur so I can, you know, I need to visualize this dumpster area. La 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 la. Will there be a Ukrainian translation? Ukraine! Lava Ukraine! I don't know. We have a Ru translation already, but listen, we can do a translation for every language on the planet. The problem is, do we have enough people and fans who want to, are willing to, and have the time to make the translation in Ukrainian? You know what I mean? Like we could do, an obscure translation of like an obscure African language if we want. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. But are we gonna have like 5, 10, 20 fans who know that language well and are willing to do the translation? Then sure, by all means, I'll set it up for you. It's gonna be all set up, ready to go, just for you to do. But you got to find the people who are willing and have the time to do it. You know, you know what I mean? JK or Darrow, yeah, I know of that software, but I'm used to Photoshop, so I just use it. Ukrainians are somewhat preoccupied at the moment. I could picture someone in the front line in a trench during the Ukrainian war, translating the game while bombs are going off next to them. I could picture it. That's dedication. Aren't the translated by fans though? Yeah, that's my point. But he's saying I've had Ukrainian fans message me on Discord like, hey, can we do the Ukrainian translation? Well, I can set it up for you, but uh, you know, do we have enough Ukrainians that are willing to spend time doing the translation? Bum, bum, bum. Okay, this is like this. Um, hey, Samo. Captain Rex. I wonder how much time it will take to do a new language from zero. It depends. How long did the French team take? Is Pierre here? The French like translation team took I don't know how long it took them, but it was very very fast. They were the first ones to complete it, and it took them. I want to say what was it like a week, 2 weeks? It was really fast, but that's they had like a lot of people translating. Like they were quick, man. You know, they were they killed it. You know, uh, not everyone has that much time and people helping. Okay, huge amount of dialogues. Let me tell you. Yeah, Perfect Teacher translated the Portuguese translation, and there's a lot. All right, a lot. So doing it from scratch, like from 0 to 100% done, it's it could take months. Like if there's just like one person doing it, it could take more than like a year at least. A long time, man. A long time. I don't know how long, but it could be a while. Could be a while. like, you know, what, 10 years away from that or something? 10-ish, like a decade. I'm just a decade away from being your mom's age, Jezzy. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what happened to me? What happened? I feel like yesterday I was, in school. And now I'm already, God damn it. What the fuck? Messed up. Messed up. Hey, Stewie. What's up, man? How does the Bry translation? Yeah, it's doing great, man. We got a whole crew of blind fans enjoying it. But you know what? Listen, you're joking, but I had a fan that used to message me all the time. He stopped for a while now, so I don't know what's going on with him, but I had a fan that couldn't see, like he was blind, but he liked the erotic dialogue. Like he liked the game just for, I think he had like a way of his app or his phone or his computer, whatever, telling him what was going on screen, but he had a hard time doing the mini games. That's what it was. Yeah, he was using text to speech, and had a way of navigating the game, but he couldn't figure out how to do the mini games. Anyway, I wonder why. And he really liked the erotic dialogue. That was his thing. So maybe if we did a Bry version of the game, I don't know. But yeah, there are some blind players out there. Blind people gotta fuck too. True. Listen, Jezzy, is a blind, like literally a blind date, not like a blind date, but like your date is actually blind and can't see. Is that a turn on? Is that like a, like deep inside you're like, that's kind of hot, Do you think that way, or do you think like he's blind? That's kind of like a letdown. Like, is that like a positive or a negative? It's not a turn off. Yeah, right. Like, let's say your date is hot and blind. Is that like that you're kind of like nice, right? I guess it gives you like, is he also a superhero? It gives you a bit of a confidence boost, right? Because they can't see you, but you can see them, right? So you have this feeling where you can fuck it with the lights on. You can fuck with the lights on and not be self-conscious that you don't look like a supermodel, but they do. It's kind of, but does he look like Matt Murdock? Who's that? Is that supposed to be a horrible looking person or a good looking person? I don't even know who that looks like. Gee, they probably take their time in bed. Do they read Brian in general parts? What the fuck? Well, he can look with his hands. True, I know what you mean. But I feel like just touching with your hands is not as good of a indicator if someone's physically hot or not. You know what I mean? You can be deceived. And plus, if a guy is blind, he doesn't know, unless he's touched thousands of naked bodies. He doesn't have like a bank of information big enough to know what's hot and what isn't. You know what I mean? Like, to him, it's, I mean, I guess if big boobs are big boobs and small boobs are small boobs, but, right? He can't know 100% what's, right? He can tell the difference between a 300 pounds girl and a 100-pound girl. I'm sure, but, right? There's a limit. You can't know everything, right? Anyway. I'm of the team. I'm on the side of people who think that it's probably a hot thing to have a blind date that's actually blind. I think so, right? It'd be kind of like interesting and different, and like, oh, okay, right? Or give me a guy that just wants to get laid with me, and that's okay with it. Florida's about to get smashed by Category 4. Is it? For real? Like, really? Like, about to? I'm not aware. I'm not following the weather or the news at all. Uh, Finally, a good song, am I right? Right on top of Tampa. Yeah, my parents-in-law, Mama Cookie's parents, they used to own a property in Florida, but they sold it. They sold it. So we used to go down to Florida a lot just to crash that place, and hang out. So we used to go visit Florida quite a bit prior to having kids and the pandemic. You know what I mean? But we'll probably go back to Florida. I think I think we're gonna go visit Florida in like 3 years. You know what I mean? Like in 3 years, I think we're gonna go see Disney World and spend like a disgusting amount of money to go watch Disney shit and go on rides. Like in 3 years, we're gonna go. Me, Mama Cookie, and the kids. So hopefully, why I'm saying this is I'm hoping that the whole hurricane doesn't destroy everything, so that in 3 years we can enjoy our time there. That's where I'm going with this. That's what I was trying to say. You want to join us in Florida? I mean, if you want. Hey, Solo. Buenas tardes. Solo. Buenas tardes. Tardes. In voice chat, sploosh now. You're going already, teacher? What? All right. And I try. Do I try? Buenas tardes, mi bebé. Mi bebé. Disney will be fine. The Mormons who keep building on the beaches will be underwater, and everyone else will pay. Yeah. But yeah, but listen, Carla, from what I understand, right, Carla, is that Disney World is sort of in a swamp, right? So if it rains or there's too much of a storm, doesn't it go underwater, kind of? Or no? Like, am I wrong here? Or am I right? What's going on? Yeah. What's going? Oops. Yeah, yeah. We're now out. The Kim sister's gonna be in the Tech 5 update. She's gonna be in the Tech update, or she's gonna be in a surprise update. Yeah, like a Halloween or a Christmas update or something. Worm Girl when Worm Girl, a Worm Girl would be hot. Isn't everything in Florida a swamp? Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking, but almost all Florida is a swamp. Disney's in a swamp, but they also have engineered a place to deal with it. Yeah, they got the money for it, huh? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you. I hear you. Destination. Um. Okay, that looks alright. Good enough for the cutscene, anyway. Halloween? Yeah. How are you, DC baby? You are my baby, DC. uh, I'm flattered. I'm flattered to be your baby. Darky, no, it's not swamp in Disney World. It's rather well built. Problem is the shit near the water. Oh, you mean all the real estate near the water? Yeah, yeah. What if you lived on a boat though? If you live on a boat, are you okay? I guess if it's a storm, you don't want to live on a boat, right? If there's a hurricane, like during a hurricane, what's worse? Living in a boat, your big boat, living in it, or living in a house by the side of the ocean? Like what's worse? Is the boat worse or is the house by the shore worse? You know? Like what's the worst situation? Right? But then again, if you have a boat, you can sail away from the storm, perhaps, right? You just sail away. That's what I was thinking just now, Jesse. That's what I was thinking. Like, if you have a boat, you could just sail away, I guess, right? Maybe the boat is better. Maybe the boat is better. They're both really bad. Uh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Carla, would you live on a boat? Would you live on a boat? Let's say you had the money to buy a really nice boat. And it's got like the cabin's got room for like a bedroom, a small kitchen, like a little office, like it's a nice boat. You know what I mean? Would you like that? Would you live in a boat if you could like afford it and everything is good, you know? Would that be an option? You'd be like, "Yeah, I kind of like this." Or would you be like, "Fuck that. I hate boats." You know? A submarine is best. I agree, but a submarine is a little out of our budget. A submarine is a little it's, it's a little too much. Like Rump's yacht. Yeah. Like the yacht in Summertime Saga. Yeah. Like, would you live in there? It would have to be a very nice boat. Yeah, true. Would you live on a boat, DC? Here's the thing about the boat. I think in a fantasy world, I would love to live on a boat, but realistically speaking, I don't want to deal with the maintenance of it. If that makes sense. Like that's my only thing. Like I don't have to deal with it. It seems like too high maintenance. You know? Too high maintenance for me. But in a fantasy world, it kind of sounds good. Like it's kind of like, oh, nice, a boat, you know. But you get motion sick a lot. Yeah, but I feel like a boat, you only really get motion all the way to Spain, right? And it's like running on an engine, right? Do I first of all have enough fuel to make it there? And two, how fast am I going? Is it really gonna take me weeks to get there? Weeks. Really? Damn. Weeks. Yeah, fuck. I don't want to go. I don't want to boat anymore. Fuck. You know what? You guys convinced me. I don't want to fucking boat anymore. What's the point? Why bother? Cypher, I've crossed the Atlantic a bunch of times. It's not too bad, but there's a time of year you don't try. Really? You've sailed across the Atlantic a bunch of times? I don't believe you. The ocean is massive. Thanks, Vole. I didn't know that. uh, yeah, but those boats are fucking expensive and the fuel range. Yeah. You need papers for transit? Do you? Okay, let's say I take my boat, right? So I'm leaving from Florida. I spend 2 weeks in the ocean, just beaming it straight line all the way to Spain, right? I get to the Spanish waters or whatever you want to, if you want to call it, right? And I dock at a port or like a city or around the coast, right? What do? Can I get off? Can I step foot on the land? Like what papers do I need to show and who do I show them to? I feel like I could just like no? You never make it. You guys have very little faith in me right now. I can see that. You guys don't think I could do it. I don't blame you. I mean, it's likely that I wouldn't make it, but still, jeez. Do you have your passport? Yeah, I have my passport. So what then? If I have my passport, can I just show it and be like, yeah, I'm American. I just sailed across the ocean and I want to land here. I want to visit Barcelona. Can I just get off? You can do anything you want if nobody notices you. Alright, thanks, Carla. Thanks for the wisdom. I appreciate it. I feel so wise now. You have to buy a place for your boat to stay. You mean rent? Like rent a parking space? Thanks, Jesse. I need to hire Jesse as my my yes man, my yes woman? My yes woman. Do you know Good Smugglers Cove? Yeah, no, I don't. Alright, Solo, alright. I would think you would have to see customs first. Yeah, but I don't think customs are everywhere. They only like at certain places, no? Okay, so I'd have to like basically use my radio and communicate via radio. Like I am, hey guys, I'm from America and I have my passport. Can I just dock somewhere? Where's the customs? Is that what you do? Like I don't know. You'd be stopped by the Coast Guard of Spain before you ever step foot on their land. You think so? Are they everywhere? Like literally, they could just stop me? I guess they see me on radar. Yes, woman or hype lady. Yeah, that sounds more professional. Mostly docking and fees and shit. I'm American. Let me. I almost feel like saying that. Laconic, you're laughing, but I almost feel like saying that. I feel like I could go anywhere in Europe and be like, I'm American. I demand to be let in now, and it would work somehow. You know, to a certain degree, it would kind of work because they wouldn't want to deal with me, right? They'd be like, I don't want to deal with this fucking American. Fuck it. Screw this guy. Right? Mm. It would work, but they'd all hate you. Well, of course, everybody hates America. I mean, we get it. You know, we're not oblivious to it. Okay. I'm gonna talk to Sploosh
Yeah, I put the red box where I thought the carriage door could go.
Yeah. Okay, we could do it like that.
And then the actual color of the outside of the building, you could probably just like copy what's on.
Sorry.
Things you never thought you'd have to say.
Come on, Swoosh.
Hmm.
I'm sure he's nice and sweet. He could tell you, talk to you in a very sexy, accent.
A baby talking Peruvian sounds like.
He could tell you things that your dogs can't tell you. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring the dogs into this.
Always bring the dogs into it.
I'm sorry. Oh man. Oh fuck, my Photoshop is dying. God damn it.
I almost want to say that you should do the alley behind the bar, but then the bar is not in the game yet. So you can't even really do that. I just think that we might actually use the alley behind the bar for something at some point.
Yeah, but I just like that it. in terms of like
We'll use.
location, it's connecting. Like it's not so separate.
Yeah, I know.
We'll be using the bar. Don't worry. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. It's fine. I'm just trying to like, five head this stuff.
yeah.
Big brain it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, so because you and Stray decided that this is going to be a daytime scene,
Yeah.
but it could also be triggered in the afternoon, it could technically.
Yeah.
Like, we have to decide. Like either
Oh no,
if you do it
this'll
in the
be-
morning.
I was thinking this background will be final tick only.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so if you do it in the morning, is it going to take the entire day?
Yes.
Like, that's just your entire day, which I'm fine with. I think that's funny.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it.
So this will be an evening background then.
Night. It'll literally be hard night by the time you wake up.
I think you and that Peruvian guy have something going on, Sploosh. I'm not gonna lie.
Only because you rejected him.
You're a second choice.
So yeah. So thanks a lot, DC.
Sorry. Okay. Look, to make you feel better, Stray wasn't a second choice. Stray might be the third or fourth choice. Okay.
You don't know I wasn't the first choice.
Okay, alright. Rebound.
Jezzy, that's funny. Zapped, abused, and dumpstered is a pretty big day.
Yeah, it's a rough day. Unless you're a non, you're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It's just part of life. Can't feel
Another
bad
day
for
in
him though.
Somerville.
Can't feel bad for him because he got all the pussy he wants in the world. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Right?
Are you gonna flip that dumpster so it's against the wall?
Oh, I kind of wanted to be like that for some reason, but
Oh.
No such thing as free titties.
Bit weird.
Is it weird?
Always a price to pay.
Maybe a
I
little
think
bit.
that dumpster position would make sense if it was like a shop or something and they're using the bins all day. But if it's a garage and they're driving stuff in and out all day, you kind of want it less in the way, not more.
Yeah, I know. It's just in my head. The reason. Oh my god, sorry. The reason I chose it is so that like if we have like characters, let's say, right? Let's say we had space here for characters, right? And then they're kind of facing inwards like this, right? And then we could have someone here around the dumpster that's like looking this way. You know what I mean? Like it's like staging so that they're both characters can face each other, kind of thing. Like there's, I don't know. I felt like the staging was more central that way than having it here facing out. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You're just gonna have Jang out there taking a cigarette break.
Yeah.
MC scares the shit out of him.
Yeah, something like that. Like that's the way I pictured it, but I mean, You could have like a pallet back here, like a skid. And technically here you would see like a corner of the garage at the back if we were to like fix this button, right?
Yeah, let's be honest, that's never happening.
Okay, Mr. Downer, I think I can fix it if I want to. Okay?
Like, sure, you can fix it if you want to. I'm just like, we never fixed anything else, so I don't know why this
Okay.
is the special thing.
What happened this weekend, Stray? What happened? Did your hammock break? There's a hole in the... What's going on?
I wasn't even... Like, honestly, that wasn't even a snipe. That's just me. I don't have the expectation we'd ever revisit it. If you want to say we will, then that's... Sure.
I have actually revisited this freaking map many times, alright? Of all the things in this game, the things that I've visited the most is probably this one. This very asset, okay? I'm just saying.
I don't disagree.
Okay. Anyway,
So you don't want me to point out that the pool no longer matches the pool location, right? I didn't start this war. I didn't even think I was saying anything controversial.
oh my god. Okay, I don't think there's a fence there because cars have to go this way.
Okay, that's fine.
Unless we put like a tiny little bit of fence for no reason with like a post here if you want to like frame this better because you're bothered by the orientation of the trash bin.
If the cars are driving that way, then the orientation of the dumpster bothers me more because now it's more in the way of where the cars are going.
Okay, here.
So-
Does this
so
help?
whatever.
Does this help the setting?
Yeah, that makes way more sense.
Okay. Sloosh, I think we got it. We're good. It's been approved.
Stray gets bothered by the weirdest stuff. It's like imagine that you work there, Stray, and you're going out of that garage door to throw trash away.
Yeah.
Like the trash bin's perfect. Like you just walk out the door and throw it in there.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, if it was a shop and you were just using it for the dumpster, then that makes complete sense. But as soon as you're, like, using the garage door and driving cars past it, then you want it less in the way, not more in the way. That's all I was saying. But it's fine. It looks sane now.
I'm gonna put a light here, I think. So at night, like this area is like a little lit. And not that you're gonna see it because it's not at night, right? It's during the day, correct?
Yeah. No, it's at night. The whole scene is at night.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
full night.
Okay, so we need a light. There you go. Boom. Done. Perfect. We got it. Alright. Or should it be over the garage? But I feel like
It should
here...
probably be over the door, shouldn't it?
Yes, but at the same time, like if I put it there, I feel like the lighting's gonna be a little bit more interesting if it's here.
That's cool.
Like the scene is gonna look better. And it's like the entrance is still lit. Like it's like cars are still gonna see, Ideally, there would be one on the other side as well, right? So it'd be
Yeah,
on
we'll
both
just
sides.
imagine there's one on the other side.
Yeah. Okay. So can we do this background? This is good?
Looks good to me.
All right. All right. Sploosh, ready to go?
Yep.
All right. Oh man, all the devs agreed on something. That's like somebody record this.
It's not that bad.
This is very rare.
It's like Jezzy earlier. The whole stream just assumes that we're always constantly at odds. It's like, no, you just see like the 3 things we disagree on a week versus the 50 we don't.
No, we're like this all the time. Oh man, it's okay.
If
Just
it was that
constantly at
bad,
each
someone
other's
would
throats.
quit by now.
What is the most divisive like topic in the whole team? Like, what is the one thing that we always argue about? Would you say
Like now or historically?
historically?
Things got pretty spicy over the hijab girl, like at the start of this year.
Yeah. But I feel like there has been worse, maybe.
It depends how you view worse.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the hijab girl discussions were the ones closest to the
Like, I'm not gonna work on this.
one. Oh no, I mean like that was the stance, but I mean the disagreement itself was like it was hard to pitch your argument in such a way as to not be too much of an asshole about it, I guess.
Yeah. Not to be
It's
too
like-
blunt towards Sploosh. Yeah. Okay.
Kinda.
Yeah, but I think like of all the things we've worked on this project so far, I don't think we've ever had a team member be like, "Okay, I refuse to work on this," except Sploosh for the hijab girl. I think that was the closest we've got to that point. You know what I mean?
Yes. So far.
So far.
Hold my beer.
Wait till we work on the centaur girl. Oh, or the Sasquatch girl. Mm-hmm.
I think that's a testament to us mostly being on the same page with stuff.
Oh yeah. Like it's like a lot of the arguing that we have is like friendly banter / arguing. Like I kind of wish this was done a little different. I think it'd be better. You know?
You and me went 10 rounds over the Grace massage stuff.
Oh yeah. That was pretty. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. There's that.
Oh yeah. And the rest of us just basically didn't care.
Yeah.
I still don't like it, for the record.
I don't like it for very different reasons. It's just because the animation is entirely too complex and I hate working with it. But your dislike for that was like from the narrative perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we already had like the Ivy stuff, so I'm like, why the fuck
Oh,
are we
that's
doing
right.
more?
You're not into the massage fantasies.
Oh, it was just like a weird thing to do. It still feels weird.
Bob doesn't even come here anymore.
Doing that.
Comes everywhere. Listen, Bob messages me on Discord all the time. He's still around. He just doesn't have time to come during the streams because he's working. But he's still paying attention, and he wants in Centaur very badly. Okay? There's no way out of this. Okay, guys?
Has he fixed his tattoo yet?
How can you fix something that's perfect, though?
I mean,
Yeah, I
that's a
thought
fair
he was pretty
question.
happy with it.
Yeah.
I figured once he got a look at the centaur girl, he'd be like, "Oh my god, this is what I need instead," and have them edit it. You can edit tattoos, right? That's the thing.
I don't think it needs editing. I think it's just perfect the way it is. There, I said it.
I'm going to tactically not respond.
We all
But what
want
do you
things,
want,
doesn't
Jesse?
we? Get them.
Jesse just wants more Kevin.
Yeah, a lot of people want Kevin, actually.
I know.
I've been getting DMs and emails about it. Some people want the man on man. But wouldn't it make more sense that the main character in Sometimes Saga, right, have sex with Eric instead of Kevin?
No, because Eric's not gay.
But what if he's curious?
No.
What do you mean,
You've
no?
already... Like... He could be, yes. It seems very convenient, and apparently everyone in Somerville is already some level of bisexual.
Uh-huh. Continue.
So it doesn't need more. Like, it's already overrepresented. There's plenty of other people.
What? There's so little gayness in the game.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the wiki page where apparently everyone's sexuality is documented.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like most of it is not currently in evidence. But, like, I don't know, I feel like even, like, if they're childhood friends, then even if Eric was, like, out and proud gay, suddenly fucking his best friend is still a bit odd, no?
Is it? Maybe they have like a...
your life experience, but in my experience, that would be odd.
Hey, wait a second. Wait a minute. Okay. Not what I'm saying. It's a bit odd, Darky. Is it? I mean, it depends how we would... Listen, when we rework Eric, we could have a route where you and Eric still get to bone the girls, but also, touch each other a little bit, right? I mean, is that a horrible thing to add?
It's not. It's just like there's other stuff that I think makes more sense. Like we're probably going to be keeping threesome with Eric. Right?
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah.
probably gonna stay.
Yeah,
and
for
it'll
sure.
just be like, do you have threesome with him and Miss Johnson, or do you have threesome with him and what's her name?
June.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen,
how's that dynamic work? Are they okay with like a little touching?
Well, I think that when we rework Eric's story, that he's gonna be a lot closer of a friend. You know what I mean? And
yeah, but I also think that he's going to be a lot more like blatantly heterosexual. Like he's going to be very like into women.
Okay, I mean,
So he's going to be very
it's sad
and
that
very cheesh.
they're not into him.
listen, I'm just saying that people always complain that there's like zero gay content in the game, right? Like where, like of course we have the token Kevin, right? All right, I get it, but could be a little bit of something else that's extra with some other male characters, you know? Who is the main character closest to? Eric. I mean, I'm just saying maybe the option could be there.
Fuck him.
What's that?
Just because you're close to someone doesn't mean you automatically.
I'm not saying but I'm saying if it could happen to a character, it would be that character. You know, what other character this could happen to? Maybe Tony. Like who else?
Kevin.
There'd be Kevin. That's it. I'm just saying there's no one else.
Yeah, Tony kind of hints that he's bisexual. Like I have it down in the thing that he's bisexual. So maybe he'd give MC a handy. Sure.
But wouldn't you prefer Kevin have a little thing going on with, Eric? Then, I don't know.
I mean, we have Kevin and we have Ricky. Like, those are the two very openly homosexual characters.
Yeah, there's Ricky too, yeah.
Ricky kind of is lusting after MC already in all the scenes that he's in.
Just, whatever you do with Eric, please don't turn him into Howard from Big Bang Theory.
Ooh, who's that? I don't know.
I can't handle that level of cringe.
I don't know.
He's a horrible character that's like super over the top into women and also like not hilariously, unhilariously Jewish
Oh, I see.
to like the extreme, to the point where it's basically this is just please don't exist.
Hey, stargazing. What is Carla complaining about? If my husband was gay, I wouldn't find it weird to sleep with her. She's hot as fuck. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. But... Anyway, guys, I'm not saying you're gonna get to bang Eric. Okay, don't worry. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. Right? I'm just saying that of all the stories in Summertime Saga, right? The one that's going to be the most likely that the MC will be sharing girls with a guy is either Tony or Eric, right? Because especially with June and Mrs. Johnson, like there's going to be a lot of sharing going on, right? Now, I think it's okay to think that there will be an option here to include a bit of M on M content within that mix of threesomes. That's all I'm saying. Optional, not forced, not injected into your face. Just like one of the dialogue options, right? At some point.
Eric, while I fuck your girlfriend, could you just nibble on my ball bag a little bit?
All
Just
right.
a little bit.
Okay, here we go.
Like, Luce, you're making it sound weird, but I'm pretty sure that's a line that's been uttered in every MMF threesome that anyone's ever had, right? That's just a normal thing to ask your bro to do while you're both going to town on
Yeah.
this chick.
Yeah. Just let me drop my strudel in your mouth
Okay.
while I bang your girlfriend. No
All
big
right.
deal.
Okay, guys. Listen, I didn't know we had so many bigots on the team, but I guess somehow we do. You know, unable to accept.
I'm being inclusive.
Listen,
let's do it.
you guys want to get canceled? That's fine. You can get canceled, but I'm very open to this stuff. All right.
DC, please just tickle my butthole a little bit while I have sex with this girl, please.
All right. Okay. Oh my.
Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Just play with my nipples.
play with my nipples.
Yeah, and serenade me too. Perfect.
You don't have to bang to do stuff together. Yeah, true. What about Sex Addicts Club in the library? Any sharing there? Maybe, but apparently from what my devs are saying that they're against all that stuff. So you know, they don't like the pee-pee, I guess. You know, slip a finger up the bum. Yeah. I don't know why it has to be a choice between Eric, Kevin. Fuck them both. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should have both. But they're saying that Eric is not a good match somehow. Like they're too good for Eric. You're like, okay, poor Eric can't get nothing.
Look, rewrite Eric's story, make him not an asshole so we don't hate him, then come
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like we just need a little bit of like a facelift for Eric in terms of personality. Physically, he's great. It'll be fine, Sploosh. Don't worry.
I think the Sex Addicts Club would be funny if it's just all guys and then Jane. I think it really would be funny. Like it's just the guys all running a train on Jane.
Oh
night.
God, poor Jane.
The issue would be finding enough minor characters to fill out the group.
Yeah.
Without it just
I
being
know
like
that's
every other man in Somerville.
Yeah.
I mean, disclaimer. That's totally not what it's gonna be. Like, so don't worry, guys. Like, but I think that would be funny. It's just a sex anonymous club, and it's just guys that show up looking to get laid.
Oh God, poor Jane.
So basically, like every internet forum ever.
Poor Jane.
Well, maybe Jane actually coaches them into having sex with each other, and then we get lots of gay content.
I was gonna say Jane's a sex addict in a sex addicts club full of men. Like she's perfectly happy with that, I'm sure.
Maybe.
Like, oh, I've got a hole for each and every one of you.
Oh God.
and cocks to spare.
Which, by the way, you're saying that I have problems with the penis. Who's the one that fought forever to get the fucking Tony Maria threesome in?
I was always cool with that.
With Stray, like, constantly badgering me about, like, why do you want Tony's penis in the game so much?
Was Trey really
not-
that
I don't
against it?
remember that at all.
He totally was.
I feel like you're just saying this now.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever caring this strongly about it at all.
Yeah, I don't
How
know.
could you not want Tony's penis in the game? It's too funny.
I don't think anyone was against it. I think we were just like, I don't know if we have time to add that yet. And then we added
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was just constantly pushing for it. Like, come
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
come on.
Like, I remember you pushing for it, but I don't think we were against it really. It was just more like, yeah, we don't fucking have time for that shit right now. You know?
Mm.
Is this
Also-
going to be the most appreciated content?
You've got Eric cross-dressing.
No,
I feel like
but
if
the-
anybody
no,
was
no,
gonna
no,
do
no,
it
no.
In the game, it would be Ricky.
to me, but to me, like the what's interesting about it is comes from a different place. It's not the like dressing up and having still what's under the hood the same kind of thing. Like for me, it's more like a story thing that I find interesting about it because the character becomes a woman like 100%. You know what I mean? Like if Kevin became a woman, right? And then the dynamic of that between the main character now being conflicted with DC always takes a deep breath, it seems. What? Okay, I'm done for today. That's enough. I'm going to try to finish this tomorrow. All right, Stray, Sploosh, have a good night.
See ya, everybody.
Bye.
See you later. Bye, Joe.
All right, everyone. Have a good night. I'll be back tomorrow to try to finish this background and be done with this. All right. So take care. Sorry I couldn't stream yesterday. I had one of the baby cookies with me yesterday. So, but they were all at school today, so everything is good. I'll be back tomorrow to stream regular time. All right. Have a good night, guys. Bye.